What happens when the calm of small towns is shattered by events that no one can explain? From strange disappearances to bizarre attacks, some mysteries have haunted these towns for years, leaving more questions than answers. Today, we're uncovering 5 of the most chilling, unsolved events that still puzzle experts and locals alike. These stories are filled with twists, turns, and haunting details that defy logic. Join us as we dive into these unsettling mysteries and explore the real-life events that continue to intrigue and terrify. Let's get started and see if we can uncover the truth behind these eerie occurrences. 1. The Sodder children disappearance. Fayetteville, West Virginia, 1945. On Christmas Eve of 1945, the Sodder family's home in Fayetteville, West Virginia, was engulfed in flames, and tragically, 5 of the Sodder children were initially believed to have perished in the fire. However, there was one significant problem. The authorities could find no remains in the aftermath. Despite the intense heat, the family was left with nothing. No ashes, no bones, just the remnants of the home. This strange fact alone led to the belief that something more sinister was at play. Leading up to the fire, there were a series of odd occurrences that only deepened the family's suspicions. A phone line had been cut, and a ladder that could have been used for escape was missing from the side of the house. The family's belief that the children were kidnapped began to gain traction, especially when they discovered that a neighbor saw a car parked by their house just hours before the fire started. The investigation, led by the local authorities, yielded no definitive answers. But there were many theories. Some believed that the fire had been deliberately set to cover up a kidnapping, while others speculated that it was part of a larger crime ring in the area. In the years that followed, the Sodder family continued to receive strange tips and leads, but none of them resulted in concrete answers. Despite this, the Sodder family never gave up their search, with the case remaining an unsettling part of Fayetteville's history. Could it have been a calculated crime, or was it all a twisted accident that spiraled out of control? 2. The Oklahoma Girl Scout murders. Camp Scott, Oklahoma, 1977. In 1977, 3 young Girl Scouts, ages 8 to 10, were brutally murdered on their first night at Camp Scott in Oklahoma. The girls, eager to experience the adventure of summer camp, never imagined that their excitement would turn into terror. The campgrounds, usually a place of fun and friendship, became the scene of a horrific crime when the girls were found dead in their sleeping bags, their lives cut short before they could even begin their journey. Their tragic deaths shocked the entire nation, and local authorities immediately launched an extensive investigation, hoping to bring justice to the victims and their families. The investigation quickly zeroed in on a suspect, a local man who was arrested after a massive manhunt. Many hoped that this arrest would finally bring answers and justice. However, in a shocking twist, the suspect was acquitted due to a lack of concrete evidence. This turn of events left the community in disbelief, and the families of the victims devastated. With the suspect walking free, the case became even more haunting, and the search for the killer went cold. As the years went by, theories and rumors began to swirl. Some wondered if the killer had been someone with knowledge of the campgrounds, someone familiar with the layout and the routines of the campers. A local resident even claimed to have seen a mysterious figure near the camp before the murders took place. Despite several leads and numerous theories, the case remained unsolved. Locust Grove, once a peaceful town, was now forever marked by the chilling mystery of the Girl Scout murders. The true killer remains unknown, and the town still feels the weight of this unresolved crime. 3. The Villisca Axe murders. Villisca, Iowa, 1912. In June 1912, the small, quiet town of Villisca, Iowa, was forever changed by a chilling crime that shocked the entire nation. 8 people, 6 children and 2 adults, were found gruesomely murdered in their beds, all victims of an axe-wielding killer. The victims were members of the Moore family and 2 young guests, the Stillinger sisters, who had stayed over for a sleepover. They were all struck with the axe while they slept, and the brutality of the attack left the small town reeling. What made this crime even more unsettling were the strange and eerie signs left behind by the killer. After the murders, it appeared that the killer had remained in the house for hours, carrying out disturbing rituals. Mirrors were covered with cloths, and an odd 2-pound slab of bacon was placed in the guest room, perhaps left as part of a sinister signature or message. Investigators were baffled, and though there were several suspects, including Reverend George Kelly, a traveling preacher, no one was ever convicted. The case remained cold for over a century, with no clear explanation for the brutal murders. Was the killer someone familiar with the Moore family, perhaps with a personal vendetta, or was the motive even darker? Some speculate that the killer's strange actions at the crime scene point to a deeper psychological motive or a bizarre ritualistic purpose. The lack of resolution left the town haunted, and the mystery continues to echo through the generations. 4. The Taos Hum, Taos, New Mexico. Since the early 1990s, a strange phenomenon has plagued the residents of Taos, New Mexico. A low-frequency humming sound, known as the Taos Hum, has been reported by some locals in this small desert town. Descriptions of the hum vary, but those who hear it compare it to the sound of a distant diesel engine idling. The mystery deepened when it was revealed that only about 2% of the town's population could hear the sound, while others lived unaffected. Those who experience it describe a constant, almost maddening background noise that can drive people to distraction, disrupting sleep and daily activities. Numerous acoustic experts have visited the area with sensitive equipment, but despite their efforts, they've been unable to pinpoint the source of the hum. Some theorize it could be caused by secret government experiments, while others suggest natural phenomena, such as electromagnetic disturbances or geological anomalies beneath the Earth's surface, might be to blame. Over the years, the hum has gained a cult following, with some even suggesting that the phenomenon could be related to unexplained global occurrences. To this day, the source remains a mystery, and the hum continues to mystify both residents and experts alike. Could there be a scientific explanation that we haven't uncovered yet? Or is this a mystery that will continue to perplex the world for years to come? 5. The Mad Gasser of Mattoon, Mattoon, Illinois, 1944. In the fall of 1944, the small town of Mattoon, Illinois, was gripped by a terrifying series of strange attacks. Over the course of several weeks, residents began to report an unidentified assailant spraying a strange, paralyzing gas into their homes. The gas caused victims to experience dizziness, nausea, and paralysis, and in some cases, even fainting. The attacks left people desperate for answers, but no one was able to identify the attacker. Authorities launched a full investigation, but no suspects were ever found, and the mysterious assailant was never caught. Some locals believed the entire event was a hoax, a figment of mass hysteria. Others remained convinced that a real mad gasser was on the loose, causing widespread panic throughout the community. Despite the police's best efforts, they were never able to track down the perpetrator or determine who, or what, was behind these attacks. The case of the Mad Gasser has remained an enigma, with people still debating whether it was a case of mass hysteria or a genuine criminal act. Many people have speculated about the identity of the gasser, with theories ranging from a local criminal to government experiments gone wrong. Was the town of Mattoon the victim of an elaborate prank, or did a mysterious criminal pull off one of the most bizarre and terrifying attacks in history? There you have it, the top 5 unexplained events that have left entire communities in shock, questioning what really happened. These events still leave people scratching their heads, as answers remain elusive. From disappearances to unthinkable survival stories, these mysteries continue to haunt the towns they occurred in, reminding us that sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Do you think we'll ever uncover the truth behind these mysteries? Or are some things just too strange to explain? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the unexplained, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling stories.